You are watching Xirtus.
I think
Yeah.
we also are more normal than we used to be, though. Like 100 years ago, or at some point, we were more alien to each other. We drank different water. We had different parasites, and now we're so much closer to each other. I think we're so much more similar to each other, even thinking the same way and speaking the same language. That probably makes us more similar. Maybe our faces are changed just because we speak English. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
seem like that different from each other like
Maybe
we
English
might have.
is more like the Nephilim and then the Cyclopses and the Titans and the
So,
the
They
what do you
spoke
guys
Greek.
feel about human devolution? Do you believe that human devolution is a real fact, like a fact, or
Yeah, for
no.
because I
sure.
Well, I
I
mean,
totally
evolution is
believe
just
I do believe
Humans
in
human
domesticated
I
devolution.
believe in
themselves.
dysgenic patterns, definitely. Like I believe in dysgenic trends within like family lines and lineages. You see it, it's just unfortunate, but it's true.
I'm
Are
trying
you
to
talking
find
about
the
like the
article.
actual degradation at like
Yeah,
Yeah.
DNA
human
And
level?
the thing is
human potential,
and the thing is
the
I
Oh,
degradation of
okay.
and
human potential
to make it
through
worse
time.
I
So
don't think it's just influenced by like sex and like reproduction. I think like just
no,
regular societal influences could also severely like devastate your
So
genetic line, like
you
just
Cool.
got
from
to
like
read.
like trauma,
Go to
so
science.org. Early humans domesticated themselves. New genetic evidence shows, and you can see how humans domesticated themselves. To be tameness was selected in our own species. To be tame or not tame, and every 20 years or so you have a war. You kill off all the untamed people. The tame ones survive, and then the more clever ones who can avoid war. And this is something that some societies groomed for war, but for the most part, it seems generally throughout civilization, it's the people that didn't go to war, get this, that survived.
but that's the fight between the gods and the demons. The demons are the lesser of the gods, right? They're not tame. The tame are the gods. So it's been happening ever since. It's still
I
happening.
mean,
Yet we're on a physical plane. We are
I think the
devolved.
gods can be pretty violent, like
We
even
don't
in
have
the
psychic
Vedic.
powers. We don't have, I mean,
Well,
some people do, and they have the potential, but not to
Dude,
the degree of,
earlier today
what was before us.
I wanted to use my sauna thing, and then but it makes like a bubbling noise, and my dad didn't
I
like the
love that you have a
bubbling
sauna,
noise.
by the way.
I know it's first world problems if I ever heard of them. But my
No,
father
it's
said
awesome. It's awesome. It's
my
good.
father said he didn't want to hear the bubbling noise, and I'm like, well, you're gonna hear the. It's like, what does that even mean? You're gonna
Here's
live
some
with the bubbling.
earplugs. There you go. Here's some
No, sit in
earplugs.
your room and watch television, enjoy yourself. It doesn't bother you. He's like, I really don't want the bubbling noise. I'm like, why is that bother you? He's like, I really wish you wouldn't use the bubbling thing. I'm like, come on, just sit down. And he goes and he sits down, and then the power goes out in the house.
The
Oh, there you
bubbling.
go.
And I'm thinking to myself,
It's like,
like,
ha.
did he like pull the plug or something? No, like he just really wished, in the most primal sense, that that the thing would I just wish he would turn that thing off. And it just, I mean, this dude is pretty psychic generally, but I mean, the whole house just like boop, just turned off all the power in the house. I mean, I think that's real. I think there are definitely psychic people out there, and
Sure.
it's like Firestarter. You have to control it. It might get to like a
Yo,
Yeah,
a
but
point
there are
where you can't.
there are degrees of power.
yeah, yeah.
There are
Wait,
degrees
speaking of
of,
which, on that, did you guys see The Men Who Stare at Goats, the movie?
Of
yeah.
course, yeah.
So
Yeah.
good. I mean, it was a good time.
Not in a long
Just pause
time,
for
but
reflection. Yeah, yeah, nice feeling.
yeah.
Because
No,
there was one scene where George Clooney's character walked past a bunch of like high tech intelligence monitors with their computer terminals, and they all shut down. He's like, "Did you shut down all those monitors and terminals?" And he was like, "Yes, sir, I did." He's like, "Far out," like.
Well, my dad has a history of that. Like, so in law school, he was the only one to pass the bar exam in his bar test because the power went out and everyone else was like freaking out, and he was the only one who had a mechanical typewriter. And like, there's like a number of examples where little things like that have happened. So I don't know. It could be that there are people that just have like energy around them, but I also think that they have made it easier to survive if you were more docile. And we've done this with animals. We can see the difference between a wolf and a chihuahua and see
Yeah.
that we've domesticated,
And
and it's been a benefit to an animal to be sweet, cunning in a sweet way, right? Domesticated.
Also, look at dogs. Like dogs
just
are like honestly
cooperation.
one of the dogs are I think one of the like are a leftover of like old school ancient human civilization like methods of genetic technology. That's what dogs are. They were like the remnants of like what we used to be able to do, and then now we're able to just like create like Chihuahuas and German Shepherds and pit bulls and
But
Great
weren't
Danes.
they still pets to the humans at that time?
Yeah, but they're also utilitarian, right? You could use them for hunting, security. You could use
Sure.
them, for like pest control. You could use them for comfort. Like these are actually examples of like genetic engineering. Early examples of genetic engineering, like
Yeah.
over
Well,
generations
look
and
at
generations.
pugs.
Like,
Jesus, those
I
poor
mean, but
things.
also,
I'm not sure if Stefan is gaslighting us right now. I'm
no,
pretty
this
sure
is this is a good movie.
I feel like you have to have seen this movie, right, Stefan? Like you definitely know Many Stare Goats. Like you're not just like messing with us, are you? But like you need
Many
to
Stare,
have
why not?
seen. You need to have seen the Many Stare Goats. Like it's an essential film. There's no way around it. Like you have to watch that film.
It's incredible.
And don't use torrents. Sorry for showing you that link.
What's wrong with torrents?
I feel
No,
bad for the
I mean,
goats.
Oh, okay, never mind. No. I'm saying don't use torrents. You can't use torrents.
right.
Yeah, you can't
Aw.
use torrents.
Don't use what
Aw.
now? Torrents.
No,
Exactly.
torrents. Don't use torrents.
Torrance, California. No way.
Yeah, Torrance. Don't go to Torrance. You don't wanna
Yeah,
go.
that'd be,
Nothing
that'd
happening
be-
there.
That'd be
Yeah.
bless you all. Right.
How-
I don't know. I think
How is there
human
no-
domestication's a problem though. Yeah, we have to be careful of that.
I'm just wondering how there was no like electricity bender in the Avatar: The Last Airbender series, because I feel like interfacing with electricity is like of all the elements, save water. I feel like
Firebenders did it.
I think the future will be like a combination of all four of them as Captain Planet, and he bends electricity. That's like
There you
what's
go.
coming.
No, the
Agreed.
firebenders did it.
I see
Firebenders
that.
learned how to bend electricity. The lightning
Huh.
benders. Azula, like she was literally
Oh.
channeling lightning and shit because that's like prodigy
point.
firebender shit. And eventually, like later generations were. I think the thing was, is like all the advanced bending techniques were occult until like they got modernized. It's like, oh yeah, anyone could fucking metal bend. Anyone could fucking
Hello.
lightning bend and
Just
shit.
bang your
you know?
camera.
Yeah, no, anyone could do
He
this.
was getting really
so-
angry about bending. Yeah. But
No, I mean,
it makes
I
sense
love
that
the series.
firebending would evolve because firebending was like the one that ran everything. So if all that's left after they destroy everything else is firebending turns to an electric society, kind of makes sense, I think to an
Yeah.
to a
Would
level.
would fire bending be the most potent of the energies? I'm
No.
just asking.
I don't think that they were like more potent than each
Well,
other. right?
it kind of reflects the zodiac, right? You're either an air sign, earth sign.
I'm a fire sign, so
I'm an air
I'm
sign.
asking.
know,
I'm
apparently
asking for a
airs-
friend.
Yeah, I'm clearly an air sign. Everyone says it's like obvious that you're an
Yeah,
air
I'm a
sign.
Leo all day, so just
Oh, me too. What's your birthday?
respect. July 23rd.
Oh, okay, August 4th.
Respect.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
like
like-
to be in. We like to be out in the front. And,
Well, I like
and
fire
speak.
signs because like the air just like feeds the fire, right?
Yeah,
But
I
they
mean,
all
air-
work together, right? Fire
Yeah,
and
they
water
do.
make steam. You got to.
That's
That's the
right.
thing.
It's that rock paper scissors circle, you know.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I feel like electricity would require all four of the signs. Like that's what makes the most sense.